Thank you.
You got an ashtray?
And I need an ashtray. Thank you. What up, y'all? I look a little orange. I mean, I'm a little tan, so maybe that's what it is. But it's coming off orange. I look kind of crazy right now. You know, this South Florida life is kind of wonderful. Can y'all hear me? Is everything okay? Hey, babe, can you see if you can hear me? You know, I get messed up sometimes, and my audio is not right, and I got to make sure we on point. So if anybody's in the building, can you let me know how it sounds? I see some folks watching. If y'all can hit me on a comment right there. Hey, what up, Tasha? Yes, I hear you. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You know, I look a little orange today, right? I got a little orange tint. Hey, babe, thank you. It's my wife, Jasmine. Let me know the audio sounds okay. It's about to smell great here in a second. Got that OG, that fire OG. If anybody out there in the cannabis world has got a cannabis brand or some type of product, be it edible or what have you.
Your speaker's from here, not from here.
Oh, wait a minute, that's not right then. Mm-hmm. I want it from here. You sure?
We can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if anybody out there with a cannabis brand, product, shirts, merchandise, edibles, strain, and you're looking for some promotion on the MAD IZM platform, hit your man up. Let me know what it is. Get at me on IG at Hakeem Green or at madism.info, or you can get at me on Facebook at Hakeem Green or at madism.info, or you can email me at madisminfo@gmail.com. Let's discuss it. Let's get cracking. So we got some folks, coming in the building. I like it because today is a very special day. It's June 7th. June 7th is the day we celebrate SHAMELLO. That's that brother's birthday. He recently made his transition to go be with the Most High. He's with us in spirit. We know that for sure. He's with us in spirit, But today we're going to talk about him with my brother, his brother and business partner, Buddha, half of Buddha and SHAMELLO, the incredible production team that was responsible for some of your favorite hits, and we're going to get into all that. But first, we're going to take this time. I'm asking everybody that's in the building right now, I'm asking you, please invite, share, let people know what we're doing over here. This is an important day, and we want to give all the love we can to my brother SHAMELLO. You know what I mean? So let's bring some folks to the building. Buddha's already here. What up, Buddha? Salute, brother. We're going to bring Buddha in one hot second. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to take some time to invite folks to the conversation.
This stuff is really fresh. Hey, yo, what is a cipher? Hey, yo, what is a cipher?
What's it called?
What's called a cipher? Yo, what?
It's called the cipher.
What? We can build a cipher.
The
cipher is a circle with all points connected, where you get your boogie off and the weak get disrespected. The cipher is so sacred, it takes place on hollow ground. B-boys seek the battle on a mission to follow sound. Beatbox DJ banging on the table is the way we settle beef since the days of Cain and Abel. Ask Pop Master Fable, the jams at DMC, with DJs battle for world supremacy. The cipher's not always round, but always on the square. Breakers be on the ground, but I'm gonna put the weed in the air. The cipher's like the wheels of steel and scratch, it makes me itch. I get hyper with the lyrical skills when the DJ catch my pitch. When the fader's being switched, everything live in the mix, but still off the cut like I wear it on my wrist.
What is a cipher? What is a cipher? The cipher, the cryptic writer, the mind igniter. I'm a rhymer designer, a line after line of rhymer. See, I'm an 80s rhymer, the crazy kind of you can't phase me rhymer. I write raw shit like I'm writing on baby diapers. I blaze these ciphers with basic shit. Savage, I'm one that kill for 8 type shit. Hit after hit, all classics, spit in the grit. You talk that hickory dick, you getting lickety split. This what you get, you ain't taking nothing from me. The goat that steps to KRS is the goat that's getting curried. Brain matter, I'm the original face slapper. It's been so many years, you must have forgot we used to chase rappers. Now I'm bust on these nappy-headed hoes, I must. You ain't bad boy, talk big, get your eye popped. That fake shit's not us, you know how Fresh Prince is. Career killer, I write death sentences. Hey, 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 yo, what is a cipher? Hey, hey, yo, what is a cipher? What is a cipher? What is a cipher? What is a cipher?
Time is of the essence, every breath another second. I'm down by martial law, fighting through the game like Tekken. I ain't got no weapon when I camel walk like Johnny. Ringing bells when I rock the mic is poison like I'm Ronnie. Bob and weave through the dish and pull off in a new edition. Rapping is fundamental, whack MCs be steady riffing. I just stay in my lane when I'm on a scout like Kiffin. Looking for volunteers when there's a drought, I'm in the kitchen. Cooking up some special treats, not talking trout when I'm fishing. I cruise through a hump with heavy clout when I'm on a mission. I'm special with the verse, every line in education. While I wrestle with the verse, I rhyme in meditation. Standing on one leg, balanced on a lotus, but still packed an eye for judgmental niggas who ain't the SCOTUS. You can roll with this when you done past the lighter. Rhymes going counterclockwise around the cipher.
What is a cipher? What is a cipher? What is a cipher? What is a cipher?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening, my good brother? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. All is good.
All right. What's going on?
Oh, man. Shamello's birthday. That's what's going on.
Oh, yeah, man. Bittersweet, bro. Bittersweet. You know?
Man.
Very, very few words for the lack of having him here. But I know one thing is that he taught us all a lot of stuff, you know, and I learned a lot from that gentleman. And I'm talking outside of music, you know. Before we even get into the whole music part of this dude, man, let's discuss Mello as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mello was probably one of the most unsung, most humble dudes that I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I met Mello had already sold. I don't know. He's already at least platinum as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you would never have known that he had done anything like that or anything special because he never really wore it on his sleeve, you know. Well, actually he did because he had a tour jacket on. But I mean, he never.
That was just the culture. We ain't gonna put that on.
Yeah.
Culture,
But he wasn't. Other than the tour jacket, he wasn't bragging on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like he never treated anybody like they were beneath him or anything like that. As a matter of fact, he was always trying to, you know, trying to put himself, you know, in other people's shoes, you know. So like, we had a little crew, you know what I mean? Like there was a bunch of us that hung together, and I mean every day we'd be in Mello's basement, you know, like just drinking 40s.
Hold on. All right, let's take it back. Like, what year was this? How old were you?
Okay,
What part of the universe are you in? Because you know some folks is watching don't know the whole history, where you guys are from, you know, the pedigree and where y'all come from, especially Mello, Strong Island. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just that whole thing. People need to understand that. Let's bring them up slowly.
All right, so okay. So people, let me go back to how I even met Mello, right? I've told this story a million times, but I'm gonna tell it again though.
Please.
One day, like I used to hang with Special Ed. You know, my man, huh?
Said what?
You never knew that?
I didn't know you would go back like that.
Oh yeah. This is even before Mello.
Wow.
So, but even I would be remiss to talk about Ed or any of this if I don't mention my man LB. My man L, God bless the dead as well. LB, tight brother. Like if it wasn't for him, I don't know most of the people that I know, and if it wasn't for Mello, I don't know the rest of the people. You know what I'm saying? So LB, we used to hang all the time. We used to play ball every single day. Matter of fact, I damn near stopped going to school just because I was playing ball with this dude every single day. He used to play ball with Ray, who used to do security. My man Ray used to do security for Ed. I don't know if you know Big Ray.
No.
But
no, top no.
So me, like, he introduced me to Ray. Ray introduced me to Ed. Ed and L both introduced me to Ed. And once I met Ed and seen the lifestyle, the hip hop lifestyle, what it means to be behind the scenes of what it is, I was like, this is something I got to do.
This is 88, 89.
This is 1989.
Okay.
This is 1989, like 88, yeah, like 88, 89, somewhere around there, right? And so you know, like I made fun of the whole fact that Mello had the tour jacket, right? I wanted a jacket too, so like I got a jacket. I got me a profile jacket from through Diesel, who used to be.
See.
Yeah, hey, look,
yo,
it was
profile
a
jacket, sleeping bag, a sleeping bag records jacket. If you had a sleeping bag joint, a profile joint, select records. If you had a label joint, you was large.
If you had a label record, you was large, right?
You was large.
Listen, if you had a label jacket, you were big time. Like you were somebody, right? So. Keep it real though, that's probably one of the reasons how I even met Mello, right? Because my man, I'm on the Long Island Railroad because we all lived in Hempstead, Long Island, and I'm on the Long Island Railroad. I was probably coming back from Brooklyn or Manhattan or something. I was coming back from somewhere, probably Brooklyn, and I run into this dude on the train. He introduced himself. Said, "Yo, my name is Blitz." And
Blitz. Big shout out to A Blitz.
And he's like, yo, you know Shamello? I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is a Shamello? Like I've never even heard. Yo, look, to this day I don't know nobody else named Shamello.
It's Shamello. Right? Yeah, Mello. You got Carmelo Anthony. You got LaMelo Ball. You got Mello.
Right.
Shamello.
Yeah, Shamello. And yo, the dude, I'm gonna go into how he used to say it. But anyway, so watch this. So he's like, yo, you know Shamello? I'm like, nah. He's like, yo, well, we got the studio on South Franklin, 510. He's like, yo, dudes be working out there. They be doing their thing. You gotta meet Shamello, yo. He's really body. He's dope. You gotta meet him. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, no problem. Couple weeks pass, whatever. Come to find out, Mello knows all the dudes I hang out with, like, and been rocking with for the last 2-3 years, like every day. But I never met him. But probably the reason I didn't meet him because the dude was busy making records. You know what I'm saying? So one day I go over to my man crib and Mello just happened to come through. And to be completely honest with you, Hot, I don't even know how it started, but it was like we was inseparable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every day he was automatically a part of the mix. As far as I was concerned, you know what I'm saying? We started going to his crib, started hanging out. He had the crib, you know, in Long Island, because I originally started out in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved to Long Island, and you know, you get to Long Island, you have basements, and you know what I mean. You got you know what I mean.
Right.
Mello had the pool table in his crib.
Suburbs.
Yeah, he had the pool table in his crib. You know what I'm saying? And it was, listen, that was the spot to hang out. Every day we would meet up at the corner store, grab some 40s, and we'd head over to Mello crib. The crazy shit though, watch this. So come to find out, when I met Mello and I had a lot of similarities. Like Mello had one sister. At the time, to my knowledge, I only had one sister. Found out later I had a couple more sisters, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story, right?
Wow.
But Mello,
Rolling Stone. Wow.
I sing it all the time. So Mello had one sister. I had one sister. Mello was 5 years older than his sister. I was 5 years older than my sister.
Damn, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was very Mello's sister, even though she was younger than him, she was the smarter one. My sister was always the smarter one. I'm not necessarily talking about book knowledge. I'm just talking about as far as, you know,
wisdom.
Being responsible. Being responsible. Like me and Mello was never the real responsible ones in the family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it says sis was the good child.
She was exactly. Both our sisters was the ones that was way more responsible.
Right.
They're the ones that, you know, they're gonna have a house before you have a house, even though they're younger than you. You know what I mean? They're gonna get married before you get married, even though they're younger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of thing. You know what I mean? So my sister, those are some of the similarities. You know what I'm saying? Mello's mom, she was like really, really into her spirituality. My mom, she's really into her church. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that type of thing. So we had a lot of things about us that really kind of clicked. You know what I mean? But I think one of the most important things was that, like, deep down in Mello's like a really, really good person, you know? And like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I wasn't a good person. I'm a good person, but like I knew I could learn something from being around this dude. Like, you know what I mean? My family always told me, you know, the company you keep is what you are judged by. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I wouldn't get in a whole lot of trouble hanging out with Mello. Even though we got in a lot of trouble, but it wasn't that kind of trouble. You know what I mean?
Right. Good. It was good trouble. It was good trouble.
It was good trouble. You know what I'm saying? It was
good trouble.
It was good trouble, right?
Teenage boys learn about the world, becoming men. That type of trouble.
Exactly. Well, we wasn't teenagers though. We wasn't teenagers. Like I think I was like
early 20s.
I think I was like 21 when I met Mello.
All right, he was okay. He's still teenagers though. You know how it is in the early 20s.
And Mello,
he is.
This thing, Mello had me by 3 years.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, Mello had me. Yeah, Mello had me by 3 years. Yeah, come on, man.
You my age, right? You my age.
Me and you the same. You like 2 weeks older than me.
Our birthdays is 2 weeks.
You the third, right? You and my sister got the same birthday.
I was born in '69.
Right, I was born in '69.
Damn, I didn't know Mello was.
Yeah, Mello was 3 years older than me.
That's crazy.
You and my sister got the same birthday. You know what I'm saying?
That's why she's on point.
Yeah, but I never said you was on point. I just said my sister was on point.
Stop. That's what I'm saying. You was almost on point. You 16th.
Yeah, I'm the 16th.
Yeah, see? All right. You was off by 13. Yeah. You was off by 13 days. 13 days earlier, you'd have been on point.
You stupid.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so but back to Shamelo.
Hey, you know what? This is your platform. You're right, Hakeem. You're right. Oh, first of all,
John Logic, Old School, G Strong, Lisa, J Page, David, Tasha, Montaigne, everybody in the building. Thanks for tuning in. We talking about Shamelo Durant. You know what I mean? The God. You know what I mean? My friend, Buddha's friend. You know, one of the best people that I've ever come in contact with. My personal life. You know what I mean? Business life as well. Like just somebody you could always count on for an inspiring word, an uplifting word. I'm not preaching, no preachy, just reality. And hey, bro, you got to navigate. So anyway, Buddha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to the story because I'll get and start rambling and we
got time. We got time.
We got lots of time. Right? Yeah, that's right. We got lots of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what the hell I was saying because you threw me off, but it's all good. I can always fall back in line.
You and Shamelo were very similar. Yeah, a lot of similar characteristics. You started talking about your sisters,
right? So anyway, so we hang out.
Older than you.
Yeah, we 3 years older. We hang out every single day. You know what I'm saying? We drink 40s. You know what I mean? I'm like you. I used to burn every day. I don't do that no more. I stopped when my daughter was born. But
that's a good reason why.
Yeah, temporary things. You know what I'm saying? But
drink 40s every day.
Every single day we would drink. You know what I mean? And we'd hang out. We'd go down to his basement. We'd hang out. And I watched Mello. He wanted to make a transition. He wanted to go from being just a writer to being a producer. Mm-hmm. So, another similarity we had, we both had just bought brand new cars. Mm-hmm. He had a brand new Amigo, and I had a brand new Jeep Wrangler. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they were both black. You know what I mean? And we used to, we'd be all over the place. If he wasn't driving, I was driving. If we was both driving, we'd go together and we just, you know what I mean? We was all over the place. All over the place. So, and my Jeep, people used to know my Jeep because I used to have a little, the tire cover on the back. Had a baby smoking a blunt on the back. You was a real weed head back in there. You was about it. Well, let me just check, make sure my moms ain't on here real quick. Either way, it is what it is.
That's crazy. All right, yeah, learn something there. Yeah. I mean, I think we've shared it once or twice, but
yeah. No, we put it. We put it in. Come on, man, you crazy? Yeah. We've done records together, huh? You crazy?
That's right. That's right.
Anyway. So, we both had the Jeeps. You know what I mean? And we would hang out and we would go, we'd come to his crib all hours of the night. And, his moms would come downstairs and just, she was cool, man, because she was very, very, she was like the community mom. You know what I'm saying? That's where her and my mother differentiated. I'm not saying my mother wasn't like the community. My mother wasn't as social as his mom, you know what I'm saying? His mom would come down, talk to us, and all of that. My mother, she's like, "Hi, how you doing?" And she'd go about her business. You know what I mean?
Right.
But his mom, she want to know what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Involved.
How much are you guys actually gonna drink tonight? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. And she let y'all get that off in her house like that?
Well, I mean, we really wasn't trying.
I guess if y'all was gonna do it,
violate her like that. So a lot of times we wouldn't just come in there, hey, Miss D, with the 40s up in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times we drink them outside and come inside, or we came inside, we came in on the low. We wasn't trying to, you know, it wasn't like we wasn't trying to be disrespectful. Nobody wanted to disrespect Miss D. That wasn't happening. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we didn't want to lose our hangout either.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of us, man. That was the community spot. So Mello was transitioning from being a writer to being a producer. So he bought a SP 1200
Important.
and an S 950.
Important.
And he started to use those to create to chop samples. Now, the same studio that I told you about that my man Blitz told me Mello worked at or was working out of or was in, that's a very, very crucial part to the story, because that studio is now known as 510 South Franklin, right? That's the address. But that's the home of Public Enemy, the leaders of the New School,
Yeah, I've been there.
young black teenagers,
Yeah.
who actually wasn't even black, but you know, what you call it, Son of Berserk. You know, there's a lot of my man Paul Shabazz, the Bomb Squad worked out of there. You understand what I'm saying? The legendary Bomb Squad.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Keith Shockey, Hank Shockey,
I've had the honor of experiencing the greatness that leaks out of that. They got the house, and then they got the back joint, which is the studio, and then it's just dripping with energy. If that's what you're talking about, yeah.
The whole thing is it's like you go in there, you feel a vibe when you go in that building. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what it is. Like I felt that same vibe. Like we recorded at Electric Ladyland, Jimi Hendrix studio
on 8th Street.
On 8th Street, on West 8th in the village.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
I recorded out of there a few times. Yeah.
His room, the A room. You go into that live room and you
it's different.
His original Rode keyboard, like a lot of his original equipment is still in there. You feel that vibe, like that. Like, you know, the crazy thing about 510 is, I'm sure probably maybe Chuck and them guys and Splav and Eric and Keith and Hank don't feel it like that because it's them. But to somebody that's not them, what I'm saying is, you know, because like people come up to me all the time. They used to come up to me and Mello and be like, yo, y'all this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. We never saw ourselves like that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say, because it's them, they might not see it the same way. You understand what I'm saying? But for me, walking in that building was like stepping on holy ground.
That's right. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I knew the history of it. I knew what took place in that building. I knew who was in there, who was doing what, and how it was going down. And just to be in that building was a privilege. And Mello used to bring me in there every chance he got. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was my key to the building.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know, so
and this is like 1990.
This is 90. I met Mello
So it's like all this legendary shit had already taken place. You know what I mean? All the Public Enemy albums, all that shit. And you all up in there like trying to, you know what I mean? That shit is amazing.
Oh, two things I got to do real quick. First thing I got to say is thank you for having me on this platform. I didn't thank you. All right,
bro, you already know.
Yeah, but still, just because I know don't mean I don't say thank you. You guys, my mother raised me right. You understand what I'm saying? And I know Mrs. D would be looking at me like, yo, you didn't thank that man yet? So boom, right? Thank you for that. Second thing is happy birthday to Mello. You know what I mean? Because today is his birthday, and I see you got a drink. I should have waited. You do commercials. I'm gonna grab me a drink.
This is water, bro.
That's all right. I'm gonna celebrate for Mello. I'm gonna have me a nice little something. But we ain't gonna do this like drink champs. You ain't gonna have me like Nori be having people up in there toasted, telling all types of stuff.
Well, that's on you, because I'm drinking water.
Yeah, but you smoking though, so don't.
I am blowing it down here. Yeah, big up to Shamello. Happy birthday, brother. 2 L's is in the air. Shamello, you already know.
Exactly. Happy birthday to Mello.
That's right.
So anyway, back to him being my ticket to getting in 510. Like he would work on beats in his crib, and he would allow me to watch him do what he's doing. And he would try to show me, you know, he showed me how to sample. He showed me how to truncate. He showed me a lot of different things. Like he showed me how to make the most out of the least, because back in the days, equipment didn't have the amount of time, sample time that you have in equipment now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might have had like 12 seconds or something like that, that you could sample something. So you had to speed the record up and then cut what you wanted and then slow it back down on the flip side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. After you sampled it, you have to slow it back down, but you have to speed it up to sample so you can get as much in, you know?
Crazy.
So he showed me a lot of things, and one thing I pride myself in is that if you show me something once or twice, I'm gonna pick it up. And but now, Mello, even before me, Mello roots in hip hop was like his first group that he was ever in was a group called the Microteers, you know, and that was his rhyme crew. Mello was very, 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 very proud of that. Extremely proud of that. Oh, I see these little things popping up on the screen. And Kerwin Young, that's another dude from 510 right there. Kerwin Sleek mixes Young. That's yeah. That's a talented dude. Very, very talented dude. You know what I mean? So we would learn how to. He showed me how to sample stuff and how to make how to layer my stuff, right? But I really didn't have a lot of time. So like I said, he was in this group with the Microteers, and then he was in a group called the Soldiers of Fortune. That was him and Epitome. You remember Epitome?
No doubt.
Okay, right. So that was him and Epitome, right? The Soldiers of Fortune. And them dudes, man, they like Mello always had these stories. Like he had these stories about things that he would do. And when I tell you, every time he tell you a story, you would swear he was lying, because the stories, because the stories were just so crazy. Like crazy stories.
Give us a story. Give us a SHAMELLO story.
I can't give you that one though. I can't give you one. I can't.
Don't blow him up too hard now.
I'm not gonna blow him up at all. This is his birthday. I'm not gonna do it like that. Well, but what I will tell you is this. Remember Jack the Rapper?
Yeah.
This is a story that Mello used to tell all the time, because Mello, he taught me the art of sneaking into shit. You know what I mean?
That's a very important skill.
That's the most important skill in hip hop.
Yeah,
like
right.
If you can't sneak into shit, you can't get into the game.
That's right. Nah.
Right? He taught me the art of sneaking into shit. So one time, him and Epitome was at Jack the Rapper. They snuck in, right? And Epitome, so they sneak it through the kitchen, I think it was, right? Mm-hmm. And Mello gets caught. So Mello turned around and he's like, "Yo, Pit, we caught."
Oh, come on. He sold him out, bro.
Sold him out.
Come on, Mello.
He's like, "Yo, we caught."
We caught. No, you caught. We caught.
Like, "Yo, Pit, we caught." So I'm like, "Yo." I knew from that, okay, I got to be careful the type of dirt I do with this dude.
It was Mello, right?
I'm not trying to get caught. I'm not trying to have him get. I had to make sure he never got
caught. Right? Oh man, shit. Well, you know what though? But that does hone your skills, because you got to think for two people now. So you know when you roll, and trust me, I know the situation, because you know I'm the human guest list. So yeah, you know. Anyway, yeah. Mello.
Well, I mean, Mello had he used to date some chicks that was like like on TV. Like when I first met him, he was dating this chick that on TV. I'm not gonna say her name, you know what I mean? But he used to tell me about it, and I'd be like, "Yo, really? Okay." And I'm like, "Wow,
Wow.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, wow."
You can't divulge that
Nah, I
secret.
can't do that. I can't do that. But see,
Jasmine Guy or somebody.
No. I say that to say this though. I realized that all the stories that Mello would tell that would seem like they was lies, if you hang out with Mello long enough, those stories become your stories. Because realistically, those things start happening to you. Like one time we was at the crib watching TV. We was watching Janet Jackson on she was doing the concert on HBO. And I gotta even go before that. We was a strip club.
What did who did you just say? You said who?
Janet Jackson.
All right. That was the other person I was gonna say. I was gonna say Janet Jackson. After Jasmine Guy, I was like probably Janet Jackson.
No, it wasn't Janet Jackson. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay, but anyway, before that, we was the night before that we was in a strip club in Manhattan, NYC Dolls downtown by Soho Grand, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is. You know what it is, right? And listen. I swear to you, if I wasn't there, I would have swore he was lying. So we in the club, man. We sitting there, we chilling. And there's this bad chick. When I tell you she was bad, she was half Japanese. No, not half. She was Japanese and Italian. And Japanese, Italian, and Jamaican.
Wow.
Combination, right? Japanese, Italian, and Jamaican. And everybody in the club is on her. Dudes is sitting there trying to spend their hard-earned money on her. And this chick did not want none of these dudes. She was focused on Mello. Like, I'm sitting there like, word? Okay.
Mac of the year on the low.
Yo, look, listen. Yo, watch this, though. Mello didn't have to buy no drink. She wasn't only taking care of Mello. She was taking care of Mello and me, but to get the Mello. So she took us out to breakfast after that. She came to the crib. And the next day, we watching Janet Jackson on HBO. She had Madison Square Garden on HBO, right? And she's doing the concert. And in the middle of the concert, she started, she stopped her song and she put on Put Your Hands Beat. And she started dancing to that. Dude, we were supposed to be going to somebody. We was going to another.
Mello put it. Yeah, Mello. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? You're gonna do it. Put him to work. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a good look, though. It's a good look. It's a good look.
So watch this. So we watching Janet do this thing. We supposed to be going to a party that night, right? To a rapper's party, a female rapper's party. I have to say a female rapper because the part of the story I'm gonna tell you is gonna get a little crazy.
Uh-oh.
So we get to the we get to the party, and I see this friend of mine from high school. I had invited her to the party too. She came and we started we just ordered a few drinks, whatever. We getting drinking fast, real quick, fast and furious. The rapper whose party it was comes up to like me, Mello, and my cousin Chris drove to the party, right? And they rolled with me, and we get to the party. Start drinking, and then the rapper whose birthday it was, she comes up to me and she says, "Yo, let's dance." I'm like, "All right, let's dance." So we start dancing
to the drummer's beat.
And no, to next too close.
Oh,
you know when you remember the song, you know something happened, right? So yo, all of a sudden, in the middle of dancing, she started kissing me. I'm sitting there like, wait a second. So then I open my eyes and I'm looking at Mello, and Mello's looking at me like, yo, what the hell's going on?
So it's a female rapper, huh?
Yeah, so turn around, right? And this other chick who you would know from TV comes and taps her on the shoulder. And it's like, yo, what the hell are you doing? And she's like, what does it look like I'm doing? And she's like, hold on. Somebody want to talk to you. So she takes her away. She's like, yo, stay right here. So I stay right there. Mello comes up to me, yo, what the hell's going on? My cousin Chris comes up. He's like, yo, what happened? I said, yo, I don't know what's happening. I said, but I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay right here. Like
That's a good look. That's a good look. That's a good look. Good choice.
You know what I mean?
Good choice.
Right. So,
good choice.
She comes back and she's like, yo, I want to introduce you to somebody. So I'm like, all right, cool. We take a few steps to the left and there's like 5, 6 big dudes. And she starts walking towards them. They just part like the Red Sea. And it's Janet Jackson and her dancers. Yo, before we left the crib, the last thing I said to Mello before we left the crib was, if I ever meet Janet Jackson, it's on.
Or was it on?
So watch this.
Or was it on?
So watch this. We behind the velvet rope, right?
Uh-huh.
Janet's sitting over there. The female rapper sitting right here next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting over here.
Man.
The girl, I'm talking to Janet. I'm like, yo, thank you so much for, using our song in your joint. Like, I appreciate that. Like, thank you. She's like, oh no, I love the song, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, cool. Then all of a sudden, the rapper chick started kissing me. I'm looking Janet Jackson dead in the eyes and I'm kissing her. No disrespect to her because it was definitely a good thing. But you get the chance to meet Janet Jackson. That's not it's kind of a black eye in the game.
Well,
you know?
I'm gonna chill.
What marriage didn't even want
I'm gonna chill.
I wasn't married.
No, I got you. But
it's like 20-something years ago, man. It's like 20-something years ago.
I'm gonna chill with EPMD.
Huh?
I'm gonna chill with EPMD.
So she gets up. The rapper chick gets up. I scoots over closer to Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Janet scoots over. We talking for like an hour and change. We talking.
Wow.
She sat on my hand. I damn near, yo, listen. I damn near want to wash my hand for like 2 weeks. Mello was like, yo, this was the reason. The reason I'm even mentioning this whole story is just to show you the type of team player Mello was.
Jeez.
Mello was like, yo, go ahead and do you. My cousin, listen, watch this though. Watch this. My cousin Chris was like,
go ahead, do you.
My cousin Chris was like, yo, how we getting home? My cousin Chris was like, yo, how we getting home? Mello was like, man, shut up. You like, come with me.
You gotta remind people there's no Uber.
No Uber. Straight Uber. Subway. Straight Subway.
Okay.
Mello was the perfect wingman, and I tried to be the perfect wingman for him.
Yeah, man.
We had a lot of good times, man. We had a lot of good times, man. Like I've never told that story on any platform before.
Man, thank you. Well, I feel honored that you would bless Mad IZM.
Well, we go back
with that particular story, bro, because that's heavy, and that's
when I see you, I'll unblank the names. When I see you,
no doubt.
But Mello was the utmost team player, man. I mean, there was times where we was at you was there. The Rum Shaker video.
Yeah, I was, no doubt. Big shout out to Barry and Dorinda, no doubt.
Exactly. Remember that?
A special time. Now, just for the viewers' edification. This is Hakeem Green before Channel Live. This is way before Channel Live. My big brother Barry Bookhart went to college with. He and his wife at the time had a film company, and they did a video for Teddy Riley, Rum Shaker. And this is when I first met the brothers, Buddha and Shamello, on our way to Virginia. And special time, but continue, my brother. Sorry about that.
Well, the crazy thing is you went to college with Barry, right?
Yep.
Barry and Mello went to high school together.
They went to high school together. Yes, I do know that. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Small world. You see how the cipher completes itself?
The cipher, for sure. Okay. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
matter of fact, excuse me. Barry was telling me about Shamello like way before I actually met him. Like, I think because I don't know.
Much like how Blitz was telling me about Mello way before I met him.
Yeah.
The man's reputation always precedes
him. Yes, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? People would talk about the dude before you even get a chance to meet him. That's the kind of guy he was. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy he was. Like, so on our way down to that video, I don't know if you remember, but the night before that video, it stormed on the East Coast.
Yeah.
It was a storm, right? And remember I tell you Mello had an Amigo, right? We drove from New York to Virginia Beach in that storm. We was on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. You remember the Chesapeake Bay Bridge had one lane going, one lane coming?
Yes, that's right.
Man, listen, try being on that shit in an Amigo with 18 wheelers whizzing past you. Look, we thought we was gonna die that night. For real. We thought we was gonna die that night. And then and we thought we was like, yo, why are we even continuing to go? Look at this. They're never gonna shoot no video in this weather.
Yeah, but when you got there.
But when we got there, it was beautiful.
It
was beautiful. It was, it was the nicest day.
All I want to do is zoom in the poom.
And there was a lot of beautiful women.
As going down, like we hearing the song over and over again on the bus. I rode the bus down with the production crew. I was a PA on the video,
right?
And then working the video, like we had no idea this video was gonna be as big and magnificent as it was. It was everything that year, and that was a great experience. I got a chance to meet some great people, and back to Shamello.
But so watch this. So that same weekend, at the time, me and Mello were dating two of the girls that were in the video, right? And
lucky bastards. After y'all left, or the video was over and y'all left, we stayed in Virginia Beach for the rest of the weekend, and we found some little crazy hotel, right? And they rent you the room, and in the other room you got to pay extra, but it's locked off or whatever. If you wanted, you got to pay extra. Man, we took the one room and we kicked the door down on the other room. We had a suite. It was the best weekend ever, yo. Wow.
We had the biggest hotel room. Everything was crazy. It was bananas. And for Mello, things just worked out like that. Like everything, I kid you not, man. Things just worked out like that. Great things. Yeah. Like that was probably one of the best weekends I've ever had prior to being married. Because my wife's gonna watch this, so we gotta make sure that I'm clear. There you go.
That's sick. Focus, brother. Focus.
I'm very focused.
We reminiscing, but stay present.
I'm present, man. See, I'm not even drinking. See, that's why I'm not even gonna hide nothing.
Got it good. You know what I mean? You've been sweating all the time. You just telling
I'm not
on
even
yourself.
sweating, man. I'm not even. I'm shining right now.
Yeah, you are.
I'm shining.
Yeah,
I'm shining.
Basking in the light of Shamello, as we both
in Mello's glow.
Basking in Mello's glow, as we both are right now. Big salute to Shamello. No doubt.
Shamello had this thing where he would always say, "Shamello fellow make the girl say hello."
Ooh,
He would say that. He was. I mean, the first record I ever recorded, Mello dragged me into 510, and he had did a song. I don't know. I see his aunt Lisa on here, and she might remember. It was a song he had called. It was an abortion song. It was crazy. The dude did the whole. So he wrote the whole song from the perspective of the baby.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, wee. Hard body.
Yeah.
Man.
It was crazy. Like the baby started off talking about, "I'm a prisoner in a prison awaiting a sentence." It was crazy, yo. Crazy. That's the first record that I ever, as an engineer, ever recorded. And I can't even call myself an engineer. Mello he was like, "Yo, look, you press that when I want to start, you press that when I want to stop."
Yeah.
And that was the beginnings of me doing all of the things that I do now. You know what I mean? I think we used a 1/2-inch reel and yeah, 1/2-inch reel and a 16-track board.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1/2-inch reel. It's like that thing.
Nah, that's the 2-inch. That's the 2-inch.
That's a 2-inch. So
yeah, that's the 2-inch. The 1/2-inch was even smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Even still, not digital, analog to tape.
Exactly.
When I hear those types of terms, I get chills. You don't hear that no more.
I mean, I do and I don't. It brings me back to reflect on the nostalgic part of it, because I mean, analog definitely had a nice feel, a nice sound to it.
A lot of work,
but it was a hell of a lot more work.
It's a lot more work.
A hell of a lot more work, man.
Yeah,
to fly vocals on analog, you had to jump through hoops.
Yeah.
To fly vocals in Pro Tools, it's like if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's simple. No, definitely. But the sound, just the feeling of it, it's different. It's just different.
Yeah. So Mello had all these great ideas, all these great things that he always wanted to do. And at a point, it became up to me to figure out how we're going to do it. You know what I mean? Because like I skipped the whole part, because like I said, when Mello was doing his production and learning how to do the production, I really did not have the ability to interrupt him the way I would have wanted to learn, because he was learning. You know what I'm saying? And then we moved in 1995. We moved into an apartment together in not Far Rockaway. I'm tripping, in Jamaica, Queens. I was living in Far Rockaway, and me and Mello moved into an apartment in Jamaica, Queens, in Bricktown. The crazy thing was, Mike Geronimo lived around the corner. We never knew it. Cadillac Tar lived around the other corner. We never knew it. I think 50 Cent lived somewhere in the vicinity. We never knew it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, but it was a mecca for creativity and music. You know what I mean? Like, the apartment that we had became known as the Underground Railroad, because mad people would pass through there on their way to success. It was like, it was amazing. And again, Mello, because where else you gonna find in New York a 3-bedroom apartment for $800 a month?
Come on, man. Nowhere.
3-bedroom apartment for $800 a month.
$800. Damn, in 95.
And watch this. Let me show you how humble Mello was. Like in between his success as a writer and his success as a producer, Mello was working in a restaurant first. You know what I mean? And he didn't care. He's like, yo, look, I need to make money, and I'm gonna make money, and this is gonna allow me to make money while I pursue my craft. You know what I mean? So he allowed me, or I'm not gonna say allowed me, he persuaded me to humble myself and take a job in a restaurant. And I did. And I ain't gonna lie, every single day when I pull up, you can ask, well, shit, you can't ask Mello. But I used to always say to him, every time we pull up in the parking lot, yo, I hate this fucking place. Every day. And he'd be like, yo, you hate it so much, do something to change it. You know? So we would work 16-hour shifts in the restaurant and go home and work on music. He would work on music because I still didn't have the skill to do that yet. I wasn't 100% knowing how to do it. You know what I mean? So Epitome had moved in with us due to some complications he had at home. He moved in with us. He was, he bought his couch. He's sleeping on the couch.
Damn. $800 a month. That's
when I say he moved in with us, remember that statement, because a lot of people ended up living with us. Like, I mean, I don't know, there are a lot of people ended up sleeping on our couch. A lot of people. But watch this though. So when Epitome came to live with us, Epitome bought equipment with him. So him and Mello was in there working on the equipment. Now they're in there knowing what they're doing. I didn't know what to do as far as that equipment was concerned. So I'm just sitting out there. I'm just sitting there watching. You know what I mean? Occasionally I go to the studio with Epitome. He goes see Eric Sadler downtown on Spring Street. He had a studio. You know what I mean? And I would go sit there and watch Eric. You know what I mean? And see what I could learn, man. You know what I mean? See what I could learn. See what I could pick up while being quiet and just listen. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Epitome brought home this, one day he came home and he had this box. And I thought he got it from Eric, but he says he didn't get it from Eric, but I don't know. But it was an MPC 2000. Niggas never heard of an MPC 2000 at that time. Like nobody was using that. So it just stayed in the box in the studio.
Oh man.
And they was doing what they was doing. So I'm like, well, I can't interrupt them. So I asked Epitome and I asked Mel, I said, yo, y'all mind if I take this in my room? They was like, go ahead. We don't care about that. We ain't using that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I took that in my room and I just started learning it, like working with it. Like, you know what I mean? I would try to do little crazy things, but I wasn't confident in what I was doing. When I'm listening to the shit that these dudes are doing, I'm saying to myself, this is trash. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not realizing that you don't get success without failure.
Yeah.
You have to fail in order to succeed. You know what I mean? And Mello will always tell me, yo, man, just keep on working on it. Just keep on working at it. Keep on working at it. So one day, Epitome, times got a little rough, and he had to sell a lot of the old school. We need to definitely put that couch in the museum. That couch at the crib was definitely museum worthy. The amount of bodies, I'll tell you some of the bodies that slept on that couch in a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were
yeah. No, not that kind of thing. No, I'm talking about rappers,
back to the
fire and rappers. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about hip hop history.
Right.
So, like I said, Mello would always encourage me to work on my craft. You know what I'm saying? Now, he would tell me to do it, but he's not really thinking about the 2000. Like, he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead and do it, whatever. Just stay focused, right? So Epitome, times got a little rough. Epitome needed to get rid of, so he needed to get some money. So I think he sold the SP12 and the S950. So we ain't have no real equipment. We had a couple of keyboard modules. I think we had the M1 keyboard, we had a Juno, and we had something else, some other keyboard module in the crib. But we had no drum machine, no programmer. You know what I mean? So one day, me, Mello, my man Quasi came through. Shout out to Quasi, Nigel. Came through and they was playing CeeLo. You know what I mean? I know it was me, Mello, Quasi, and there was somebody else. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Sean, but I'm not sure. It might have been Sean. But we was playing CeeLo, and I was killing them. I was killing them. Probably the best day I ever had playing CeeLo in my life. I took everything Mello had. I took everything Quasi had. Quasi. I know Quasi, you probably gonna be mad at me, but you asked me back for your insurance money, but I don't think I gave it to you. But watch this though. The reason I say it's probably the best day I ever had is because in beating Mello, in beating the brakes off of Mello, he had no more money to play. So what did he do? He went to the record crates and started digging into samples because he had no more money. So he starts digging through samples and he calls me in the room. He's like, yo, what you think about this? It's this record by Fields and Croft called Sweet Green Fields. He puts it on. I'm listening to it. And I'm like, wow. So this sounds crazy. He's like, yeah, I know. So I'm like, yo, what time you got to go to work? He's like, I don't know. He's like, what time you got to go to work? I said, I don't know. I said, but we need to do this record right here. He's like, how the fuck we going to do a record? We ain't got no damn equipment. I said, you forgot I got the 2000 in my room. He's like, yeah, but I don't know how to use that. I said, but I do. You understand? But see, this is why I tell people all the time, like, because I've told that story before, and I go back and I read the comments on some of the interviews, and people be like, yeah, it's his first record ever. He just happened to have a 2000 in the room, and he just happened to know how to use it. Nah, nigga, it wasn't that just happened to nothing. There was a build up to it. But in telling the story that I told, I couldn't tell all the parts to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew how to use it, because I had been practicing with it, trying to learn it. You know what I'm saying?
How long did you have it? How long did you have it for you?
I had to have it in there for about 6 to 8 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I had to have it in my room for about 6 to 8 months. You know, like it was just sitting there next to my bed. Like I had it on the stand and everything. You can't pull that sample up, can you? Ooh, can I? I probably can.
Yeah, let's play it for the people. For them to know what it is. Man.
Oh man,
you
making me do some things right now.
Saying though, I can roll another blunt. You know what I mean? I'm high.
You got so high that you went out of focus.
I know, right? Think I started focus just now. What happened?
Yeah, y'all don't know. You just got high. Nigga, now you so high that we seeing you blurry.
Hold on, yeah. Jasmine, it just happened again. I'm out of focus. All of a sudden. Us, Ross Sloan, old school. I gotta join on my next.
You know who? Hold on. You just said Ross Sloan. You know who that is?
Nah.
You don't know who Ross Sloan is?
Nah. I'm
I'm
blurry. You know what I'm saying?
So watch this. I'm gonna tell you who Ross Sloan is. You ever heard the record Poison?
Sorry.
Yeah.
In the beginning of that record, they say Spider-Man and Freeze.
Oh yeah, okay. That's
Ross Sloan is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah, okay. What up, Spider? What up, man? All right, there you go, Spider. Yeah. my bad. Come on, man. I got joints with Spider.
Spider. Listen, Spider moves under the radar, kid. Spider moves. Oh, you're back in focus now.
He's a legend. Yeah, my better half came in and she fixed me up. She made it right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. She makes you look good
all the time.
Hold on, let me see. I gotta open up Pro Tools. Give me 1 second.
Pro Fools, as we used to call it when it first came out.
That's a whole nother story because I didn't always record in Pro Tools. I used to record.
I know. You talking about that?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
hey, baby. Sorry.
How you good?
Can I get some shoes? You think? Fruit punch. A little something.
Must be nice. I ain't gonna put you in no trouble, man. I'm just ready to go. Yeah, good job. Good job.
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna get you in no trouble, man.
Nah, man, we want to keep smiles on our faces around here. You know what I mean?
Of course.
We already talked about all the ratchetness of your earlier days.
I mean, yo, look, man.
Hanging out with high-profile female rappers and the like, you know.
Yo, listen. The thing is, man. I never knew how realistic Mello's stories were until them things started happening to me.
Wow.
Like, you think that's a story? That's nothing compared to some of the things that used to happen for Mello. Like, nothing. I'm telling you. That looks like a refreshing beverage.
I want to shout out the brand, but they're not paying me with checks. So I'm just going to say, you know, offline, I'll tell you what it is. It's crack.
Okay, let me give a quick shout to my man Passport Caribbean.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
I like that right there.
Yeah. This is his line.
That looks quality. That looks very quality there. I like the print. Yeah, man.
It's very high quality. You know what I'm saying? And I made it a mental note to myself that when I do interviews, I'm only wearing my people stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
I'm not branding nobody else no more. Like, I'm, you know, if I'm not gonna get a check from it, I'm not gonna get a check from my man. I'm not gonna not get a check from somebody that could be giving me a check.
That's right. There you go. That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and the whole thing is like we need to support each other. Like on some real. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We're working too hard and not doing the things that we need to do. So anyway, I'm waiting for Pro Tools to open. Just give me 1 second because I had it open on my laptop, so I have to switch it over to my desktop.
So Young West, Leo Diamond, you know what I mean? What's up?
Young West is in the building.
Man.
Logic was here earlier. I seen Logic earlier.
What up, Logic?
The crazy thing is, I was on Logic's platform earlier. Here we go. Pro Tools. Boom. Let's see. Recent.
Big shout out to Jackie Carson.
Jack is my girl.
Gage is in the building.
David V.
Yeah, this is Hakeem Green, Channel Live and Direct, BDP all day, every day. All we do is spark MADism. In the building with my good friend Buddha Monroe, talking about Shamello. Happy birthday, Shamello. Shamello Durant, the great producer, songwriter, artist, poet, author. A very well-rounded human being who touched a lot of lives while he's, while on earth in a positive way. He left a great legacy,
I'll pull up
that's international.
Pro Tools session.
Okay.
Of the beat. Sample. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's just the sample.
Hot shit. 9-7. Check it out. Hit you with no delay is what you say, yo. Silly with the 9.
That's the sample by itself.
Yo, all up in the club about this.
So it was really 3 parts to it. three parts to that sample, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you got the front part, that's that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the part for the hook, and then you got the second part to that with the guitar. Hold up, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga. Bro.
It's a lot. It's a lot to a lot to simple. On the real though, there's a sample in that record that we did not clear.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, that joint just you know, we talk about digging in the crates. We talk about searching for the right breaks, the right loops, the right samples that's gonna move the party, that's gonna move people, that's gonna move the lyricists. Like that shit was just so automatic. But why Busta Rhymes? How that come into play?
5'10". Busta Rhymes was already part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like he's part of the 5'10" family. So the whole Leaders is new school. Remember I told you that couch? A lot of people used to live on that couch.
Yeah.
So watch this. We do that beat. Just so happens that two of the people that's sleeping on our couch, and not because they had to, but because they had places to live, but our location was so prime where we was at, it gave them a bridge between Long Island and Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though Queens is technically on Long Island, you know what I'm saying? But it gave them a bridge between the city and Manhattan. I mean, the Long Island and the city, you know what I'm saying? So Dinko used to be at the crib all the time.
Big shout out to Dinko D.
Exactly. Dinko, that's my dude, man.
New school. It's my guy right there.
Rest in peace to Dinko's pops. He just lost his dad not too long ago. Yeah, man. You know, real tough one. Real tough one. Also, too, my man Fab used to, not Fabulous the rapper.
No, what's up with Fab, yo? Where's Fab at, yo?
The last time I seen Fab was at the funeral. He's chilling, you know. He's looking good. He's chilling. He's doing some things, you know what I mean. But I don't know if he's like Hawk. You know how it is. The music business is something that can really turn you different. You know what I'm saying? Turn you on some whole other thing. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie. When I moved down to Georgia, I was done with music for a minute. Like I was, and not necessarily done with music, but done with the business.
Yeah. Because
the music business it can be treacherous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that go on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, that guy right there, I've got nothing but good memories with that guy.
Of course.
Yeah,
Fab is yo, listen, man. Listen.
That's my dude right there.
Fab coined the phrase off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like because he learned he's on the serious side, Fab taught me one very, very important lesson. None of this shit is personal, it's all business. All of this shit is business. Yeah. And before you go into a situation with anybody, handle your business. Handle your business. No matter how cool you are with them, handle your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put his life on the line for us with that. You understand what I'm saying? His livelihood on the line for us. You know? So I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? But you say why Busta? Because Busta was he was linked into the chain because Dinko was at the crib, Fab was there. And to be honest with you, the night we did the beat, Fab had just come home from being on the road with Bus, from doing a show with Bus. So when he heard it, the first thing he thought was, yo, I got to take this to Bus.
Got it.
You know?
Big shout out to my dude Fab.
Yeah. You know? Now watch this though. Fab is responsible for bringing me and Mello Petey Pablo.
Yeah, I do know that too. Yep.
You know, like Fab was very, very. He played an integral role in what we did. You know, he was very, very. He was essential. You see how motherfuckers is essential with this whole COVID thing? Fab was essential before essential.
It's essential, right?
He was essential worker. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He was essential. Shout out to Danny. I see you out there, Danny. You know, Fab was definitely essential, man. And you know, like I ain't gonna lie, Mello is the main reason that everybody was allowed to stay on our couch like that. Because me, I was the nigga that was kicking niggas out the crib. Like, yo, you gotta go.
I can see that.
Go.
I'm not talking about
necessarily Fab or Dinko, not them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. You remember there was a group
miscellaneous side niggas.
Well, first of all, you remember Sony Records had a group called the Negro League?
Yeah, I remember the Negro League. Satchel Paige.
Yeah.
I remember that dude. Yeah. Oh man, that dude right there, boy.
On
good brother.
Oh yeah, great brother.
It's just
on our couch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, man, now people spent the night on our couch or spent nights on our couch. You know, when they like when my man Raw Daddy from Cincinnati, he bought High Tech.
Wow.
Because you know High Tech from Cincinnati. He bought High Tech.
Yeah, High Tech, Talib Kweli, and High Tech. Wow.
When High Tech was starting to do his stuff with what's the name? With
Talib Kweli.
With Talib Kweli. You know, and High Tech slept on our couch. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so my man Bungie Garland, he's a soca artist from Trinidad. Because those that don't know, my family's roots is from Trinidad. I'm from Trinidad, right? I mean, I was born in Brooklyn, but my family's roots is in Trinidad. So Bungie Garland did a song with Cardinal Official. Remember Cardinal Official? So watch this.
From Canada.
From Canada, exactly. He was Drake before Drake.
Kind of, sort of.
When I say that, I mean he was the hottest thing in Canada.
Yeah. But he had
you understand?
Not that Drake doesn't have bars, but Cardinal Official had bars.
Yeah, exactly. He had party.
No disrespect.
Well, I'm talking about popularity. I'm not talking about.
Right. Yeah,
I'm talking about popularity. So watch this. So Bungie does a record with Cardinal Official, and he calls me. And he's like, "Yo, you got to meet this dude, Cardinal Official. This dude is the truth. Like you guys would hit it off." He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna get his number. I want you to call him." So he gives me the number. I call. I remember Cardinal Official. I was a fan of Cardinal Official. Like I think Cardinal Official was official.
Yes,
feel me?
Yeah, it is.
So
say it is. He's still around.
Right, exactly. It is. Definitely is. Yeah. Cardinal Official remind me of what Chip Fu was when Chip Fu was rocking hard the way he was rocking.
Big shout out to Chip
that type of big shout out to Chip. That's my man too. You understand what I'm saying? Like the dudes that you know that got that little Caribbean vibe to them, but they spit bars. That's Cardi and that's Chip, right? Yeah. So I call Cardinal Official, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, man? Bungie, gave me your number. He said, that we need to talk. And he's like, "Yo, Buddha, you don't remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah." Same way your face is one like that. I'm like, "Remember you?" He's like, "Nah." He said, "Yeah, man. When I was a youth, you and Mello
just sleep on your couch."
He didn't sleep on the couch, but he used to come to the crib.
Okay.
And he said, "Yeah, man, y'all are the reason why I realized that I could do what I do."
Wow.
Because y'all used to talk to me and tell me, he said y'all were so positive and all of that, and like there was a method to Mello's madness. You understand what I'm saying? So after a while, I stopped telling niggas they gotta go and was like, yo, I understand. Because Mello, he always he had stories that would end up telling people, giving people the energy to be great, the desire to be great. Yo, look, that man knew that I could be great before I knew I could even be good.
Mm.
He used to tell me that all the time, like, yo, he had the type of faith in me that made me feel like, you know what, I could do anything. Because he believed in me, and even without me believing in me like that. And I don't know whether it was his real belief in me or his desire to get the job done. Because what he would do was he would be like, yo, what he would do is he'd be like, yo, we need to do X, Y, and Z. And I'd be like, yo, how are we going to do that? He's like, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. But then it got to the point where I started believing that I'll figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? And I started figuring out. He knew that I could do certain things before I knew I could do certain things. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? So my thing is, like, with him telling, like, with Cardinal Official telling me what he told me, I started to realize that, you know, some of the things, and I told Mello the story, and Mello was like, wow, because he's like, I vaguely remember. I mean, like, shit, remember Little Vicious?
Yeah.
Came to the crib.
Yeah.
Milk.
Milk
deep into the crib. Yeah. Peter Gunn's been to the crib. Slick Rick been to the crib.
Damn.
That's why we call it the Underground Railroad.
That's nice. Slick
because
Rick,
watch this. In the middle of Bricktown, like where the park that the apartment we was living in, it's the second floor of a house. It was right next door to a park that was named after a cop because the cop was murdered in the park. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like it was dangerous where we was living at. It wasn't no sweet area. It was dangerous where we was living at. But nobody even knew what was really going on. Matter of fact, our first plaques that we got for Put Your Hands on My Eyes to See got stolen by our neighbors across the street.
No, that's some bullshit. Niggas can't have nothing.
But watch this though. We found out. And it wasn't even the kid that lived there. It was his mother that stole him.
He's trying to get crack.
UPS delivered it to the wrong address.
Okay, I thought you meant they broke in and stole them.
No. They just got the thing and they kept it. And then they opened it up and they was like, hey, this is nice. We're gonna keep this.
How you gonna have somebody's shit awarded to fuck it? Put my shit. Niggas come through. Oh shit, you got a plaque. Who's Buddha and Shamello? Oh, that's my little nephew and them. You know, they be doing them beats and shit, you know.
So one time we was doing something and I think a limo had bus came to the crib.
Wow.
Bus came to the crib and dude across the street saw him. So the next day he was like, yo, it's crazy, yo. I didn't realize what y'all was doing over there, blah blah blah. And I'm like, because we was never telling nobody what we was doing. We was the restaurant dudes to the neighborhood.
Time to move.
Nah, it wasn't time just yet, but so the kid comes, he's like, yeah, man. And then he's like, yo, I realized when I seen this. And he goes in his house and he brings out the plaque. I said, oh shit. Now by this time we had already got our plaques replaced because we called lecture like, yo, we never got our plaques.
Uh-huh.
And they sent us new plaques, which we probably ended up paying for out of our royalties. But
yes,
still,
exactly.
they sent us new plaques.
Motherfuckers didn't get you shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but he brings out our plaques. I'm like, yo. So I'm looking at the kid crazy. Like, how you? So now and then, I want to knock his mother out. But you know, I don't hit women. But I was just that type because she had an attitude. Yet you stealing our shit.
People.
And Mello will always be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Funky ass people.
I'm like, yo, Mello, we can't let people treat us like that. He's like, nah, they not. He's like, karma's it's going to come back to them. It's going to come back to them. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mello's mindset was let God handle it.
Nah, no doubt. That's a very, very intelligent way to look at it.
It is.
So, but sometimes you got speed.
Sometimes you gotta handle certain things. Sometimes you gotta
speed. You got speed karma up a little bit.
Yeah.
For the most part, you know, I think that's a very principled way of looking at life. Is let God handle it, and when you do that, oftentimes he'll give you a front row seat.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
He'll give you a front row seat, like, you know, let me handle this, Buddha.
I watched a lot of things go down, man. A lot of things. Like, yo, I told this story earlier today. There was a time where we got into some shit with these dudes at the crib, and dudes wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wanted to fight. Like, we cool with them now, but when it happened, it was kind of crazy. And one of the dudes picked up a golf club and got ready to swing it at Mello. And he looked at Mello, got ready to swing it, and he couldn't do it. So you know what he did?
Mm-hmm.
He turned around and swung it at me. Boom.
See, your karma was fucked up.
My karma was fucked up. My karma was fucked up.
Your karma.
But you know what though?
Shamello karma was righteous.
But watch this though.
Watch
this though. Because when the dudes, I was trying to be like Mello. I was trying to be like Mello. So watch this. When the dudes came to the crib to get their stuff, because they had left, some dudes that we was working with, they called me the day before, said that they was coming to pick up their stuff. You know what I mean? We had a falling out over a group. You know what I mean? Over a group that we wasn't trying to keep them from the group anyway. We told them and the group, hey, y'all go ahead and what y'all want to do. Do what y'all want to do. You know what I mean? And Mello had a lot of good relationships in the business, right? So we were working on this group, and these guys, we were teaching them how to do production, and they were working with us with the group. So we had a 4-song demo, had a deal. We had 2 deals on the table, one with Palace Records, one with Jive Records, and they both wanted the group. You know what I'm saying? And the group ended up getting antsy, and this chick came in, wanted to, they kind of push their management to the side and try to push us out of it, and try so they can go up there and get the deal. You know what I'm saying? And when they left to go get the deal, the 2 producer dudes that was with us went with them, but they left all their stuff at the crib. Now I say this to say this. Watch this. Hold on, because we all good with each other now.
Yeah, y'all nice.
And we don't hold no ill feelings at all. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But at the time, just to show you how treacherous this business is, people come in and they try to divide friendships for money. And that's one of the main things that I learned from Mello is like, yo, money's gonna come and go. You gotta treasure those relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because remember that word relationship, right? So the same group, when they left with the guys to go get the deal that they left us to go, they went back to Jive and to Palace, and they was like, yo, we here to get the deal. They was like, okay, well, where's Buddha and Mello? It's like, well, we don't fuck with them no more. And a Jive and a Palace, they was like, okay, well, come back when you do. Because of Mello's relationships. Not my relationships, Mello's relationship. You understand? Now, how often do you hear a record label turn down a group because of a relationship?
Yeah, more times than you would think.
No, what I'm talking about.
In my case, it didn't happen. Another story. It's a story.
I'm talking about money wise. They're turning down money.
I got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you know, it's there's a lot of ethical people in the music industry, not as many as we would hope, right? But to your point, that the relationship, you know, at the end of the day, it is what counts. And when you look at it over the span of, you know, 20, 30 years, you know, and the circles, people circle back around. You know, you see people who are loyal, who are disloyal. You see what happens. You know, you may not see it in the beginning, but over the long haul, you see what washes out in the pan. You know.
Yeah. If you're fortunate enough to be around for the long haul.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And that's because of good relationships.
Because of good relationships. So now fast forward to these dudes coming back to get their stuff. They call me, they say, yo, we're gonna come get our stuff. They left some records, some crates with a golf club. And with a couple golf clubs. When the reason I said I was trying to be like Mello is because when we was upstairs in the crib and the dudes rang the bell to come get their stuff, I had already put their stuff downstairs by the door. Like, okay, we just gonna give them their stuff and they're gonna go. When I was getting ready to leave to go downstairs to get them their stuff, Mello was like, what's going on? I told him, yo, such and such and such and such is here to get their shit. I'm gonna go give it to him. Somebody else that was in the crib, I'm not gonna mention who it was, said, fuck that, let's fuck them niggas up. I was like, nah, let's just give them their shit and let them go. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, we're not gonna do it like that. I was trying to be on some good karma shit.
Yeah.
I got hit with a golf club for good karma. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I got you. No doubt. But maybe, you know, it's just something before you met Shamello, something was lingering. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Really? I ain't gonna lie, you got me thinking though. Nah. But I would say it like this: it's not that I had bad karma; it's that Mello's karma was so good that it just outshined everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He was protected by Viper. You know what I mean? Like he was straight. You know,
yeah, man.
There was a lot, man. There was a lot of situations that Mello, like, I mean, keep it real with you. Put your hands almost didn't happen. Mello saved that situation.
Wow, talk about that. Can you?
Let's just put it this way. There was a lot of yelling and screaming, and Mello came in and talked, and everything worked out.
Good.
You know, and it wasn't yelling and screaming because of anybody being disrespectful to anybody else. It was a misunderstanding and
passion. It's like
and passion. And Mello came in and was like, you know what? Come on, man. What are we doing? He was the voice of reason. You understand what I'm saying? He was the voice of reason. Mello, like, even when, like, I relied on Mello heavily for a lot of concepts in the beginning. He taught me the whole concept of concepts. Understanding, you know, I'm about to give a jewel right now for anybody that's listening. If you're working on an album, what we would do is if you're working on a project, should I say, what we would do is we would title the album, give it a working title, so that we have
some structure,
something to work towards, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mello had a way of making people do things that they didn't necessarily want to do. So like we had this one group, right? We had this record, this beat that we wanted them to rhyme on, but we didn't think they was going to want to rhyme on it. So we told them that we didn't think that they would be able to handle this beat. This beat was called The Wild Horse, right? We told them that we didn't think they'd be able to handle the beat. But we knew that if we told them that they'd be like, nah, fuck that. We can handle it. We want that beat. You ever heard that story?
Yeah, I think I know that story well.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think I recall that story. Yeah.
Who was that group?
That group was Channel Live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, don't get it twisted. The beat was a difficult beat.
Along with Carl Thomas.
Along with Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
That's right.
We used to be around a lot of big things.
Yeah, you got that and put it on the nigga. Put it on the nigga.
Put it on the nigga. Put it
on the shit it on the nigga. Put it on the nigga. Put it on the nigga. Put it on the shit it on the nigga. Yeah.
That was a good record. That was a good record.
Yeah, that was a fun record. That was a fun record right there. That's off the Armageddon album, Channel Live's our second project off Flavor Unit. Big shout out to Shakim and Latifah for that one right there. That was special, along with everybody else who participated. But Buddha Shamello came through with 2 bangers, Wild Horse and Put It On a Nigga. Put it on a nigga. Put it on the shit it on a nigga. That shit was dope.
But you know what's crazy though?
Mm-hmm.
People don't even realize like the board that we used, that board up in Character.
Yeah, big shout to Charles and Troy. Yeah.
Big shout to Charles and Troy.
Hernan.
And Hernan.
Scotty. Big shout out to my man Scott Lee.
Of course, Scott
Lee. You know that. Scotty.
Hold up. Can't forget Karan. You remember Karan? The intern?
Karan and Emilio.
Exactly. That was back in the days when Angela Yee used to come through to hang out with Scotty all the time.
Yeah.
Before she was on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Early.
You know, and she was quiet too.
Yeah, Angela Yee used to book us up at Wesleyan College. Yeah. When she went to school, she used to bring us up. And Angela she was a little bitty thing too. Yeah. Now she's Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying?
It's very dope. It's very dope.
Even to see Scotty doing what he's doing with the
engine room.
Yeah, with the engine room audio. He's got his own studio, and that's like home to a bunch of the podcasts that are popping off right now.
Charles has a room in there.
Yeah,
a lot of things going on. Matter of fact, Angela Yee does her podcast out of there.
Yeah. But now, ask Scotty, who's the first person to do a podcast out of his spot. Big shout out to Cynical, General Steel, Almitra, Illegal Broadcasters. Myself and General Steel hosted a podcast for about a year and a half, and we kind of kicked it off. And then everybody else came after.
Okay.
Early. I had to plug that. Shameless plug. But this is about Shamello, so let me not get off the beaten path.
No. Yeah. I mean, this is your platform, so you're entitled. You're entitled to get a little.
Little plug here and there.
I'm not mad at you.
No doubt, but I do want to. I want to get more into Shamello. Especially like, from ghetto to greater. I want to get into that, and I want to get into just kind of all the other things that he was in. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, can't take the hoodie off, man. Yeah, you gotta take the hoodie off.
It's a little chilly in here, but all right, I'm gonna do that for you.
Or you just trying to hide that?
Nah. Come on, man, you crazy? You crazy? Come on, man. We promoting all day.
That's right.
What's the matter with you?
That's right.
Are you serious? Listen, autograph copy, homeboy.
That's right. That's worth billions right there.
Autograph copy. That's my brother.
That's worth billions. Autograph copy of From Ghetto to Greater.
Shamello original.
Oh Lord, that's hot.
Okay.
That's hot.
Shamello original. This is right here. I treasure these things.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Shamello original.
It's the Daryl Shamello Durant.
I treasure these things, bro. Let me tell you something.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. Yeah, man. I ordered a case that I'm gonna put them in. so that you know what I'm saying.
That's right.
Like I'm just waiting for it to come in. You know, that's my dude. If you I don't know if you can see it.
But you gotta understand, you know, ladies and gentlemen.
You see that picture right back there in the back, right here.
With the blue border.
Blue, yeah. That's a picture of Shamello that my man Sage painted.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? He gave it to all of us at the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
nice.
That's my dude, man. Like I'm not the man that I am without that dude. I promise you that. Like everything about me would be different if it wasn't for him. Everything. You know, we're not having this conversation if it wasn't for him. It's really that simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple. We probably don't even know each other. Keep it clean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, back to Mello. From ghetto to greater, he has a movement that he's actually was working on, should I say? A whole nother, like Mello was in the process of building a whole nother genre. Because he was heavy on his spoken word.
Mm-hmm.
And Mello passed at a time where he was just coming into his true form. Like I never saw Mello more proud of what he was doing. I'm talking about even with the music. Like he wasn't, as a producer, he was not more proud than what he was doing his spoken word. Because no matter how many beats we did, no matter how much whatever we did, Mello was always, he was a writer at heart. You know? Like Mello, come on, Mello was hard on rappers. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Mello was hard on rappers. He'll make a nigga rewrite his shit in a minute.
Made me rewrite my shit. Made me rewrite my shit.
Mello, listen. But hold on though. Was you proud of the end result?
Oh yeah. Oh no doubt.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the way Mello would talk you into rewriting your shit or doing something that was not something you planned on doing, he'd make it sound so like, hey, that's like, you don't realize that's what you're supposed to do. like come on, like, you know what I mean? Like when we, speaking of concepts, Mello, when we was working on P.D. Pablo's album, Mello sat there with P.D. every single night. And like I said, first we came up with the album concept, and every single night Mello would sit there with P.D. and they would figure out what song they would do to go with the concept every night. And then every day in the daytime. And once they figured that out, in the nighttime, me and P.D. would go in my room and record the song.
Mm-hmm.
And Mello, like, I wasn't allowed in they session, and he wasn't allowed in our session. And then when the whole thing came together, it was right.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that it wasn't like we was like, yo, you can't come in here, or you can't. It was just like, I respected their space, and he respected my space. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And magic just happened, man. Like, I mean, it just happened. Like, it was amazing. So the whole spoken word thing that he was doing, he has a crew, a young lady by the name of Karen, who's incredibly talented in what she does. A gentleman by the name of Sage, who's another talented poet. They were putting together these records. I want to say the name of what they were calling it, but I don't want to put it out there because it's innovative, and I don't want nobody to try to jack the name. And if the name is gonna come out, I would like the people that were part of what they were doing to actually run with the name of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Nah, respect due.
But was an innovative thing that they were putting together. And Sage has a record called Spit that he's actually releasing in the near future. Sometime this month. That Mello was extremely instrumental in the production of and the recording of the record.
Yeah.
You know, and even though I'm in Atlanta and Mello's in Jersey or New York, whatever you want to call it, we still work together heavy because Mello would do the records with them, and then he would send it to me, and I would mix the record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we had that chemistry, you know, and don't get it twisted. Everything wasn't always sweet with me and Mello. Me and Mello,
of course not.
We would argue,
of course.
but we agreed to disagree. I think I was telling Wes that today. Shout out to Young Wes. Young Wes is the executive producer of Mello's autobiography, From Ghetto to Greater, the audio book.
Let people know. Plug that right fast before you move on to conversations.
Yeah.
So people know.
Well, From Ghetto to Greater, the audio book is the fun authorized autobiography of SHAMELLO Durant. I believe you can get it on Amazon, and a couple of other platforms. I'll put links up to where you can get them. But I know you can definitely get it on Amazon. You know what I mean? He was actually in the process of writing a second book as well. And you know, like I said, he was in the zone, man. He was in the zone.
Yeah.
He had a lot to get off his mind. You know, because like I said, his real Mello always wanted to be a rapper, and not that he wanted to be. He was a rapper, but he just wasn't he never had a deal as a rapper.
He wasn't a commercial rapper.
He wasn't a commercial rapper, right? He never had a commercial deal or anything like that.
He was an MC. He was a lyricist.
He was definitely an MC. He was definitely an MC. He's definitely a lyricist.
See, and you know, like I think it's important always to discern between the music industry and the culture, and how there are certain individuals and events that happen within the culture. There's really nothing to do with the music industry. When you look at a SHAMELLO and his effect on the culture of hip hop transcends record sales per se, even though he has sold records as well. You know what I mean? He's gotten those accolades, but his impact on the culture is far beyond what a record sale can actually measure. Talk to that a little bit about just his direct or indirect impact on all this like great hip hop coming out of Long Island. You know what I mean? You mentioned a lot of them, but you know.
Well, watch this. I just happened to look and see my man DJ Shuttle up in the piece right there. DJ Shuttle and my man Alona Glass, they were part of a group called The Matrix. They were signed to Tommy Boy. You know, they had a single out, and they used to come to the crib, and me and Mello would sit there and we would talk to them, and we would, you know, we would kind of. I'm not gonna say we would put them through school, but we would try to educate them on the things that we knew and what it took to go to the next level. And those dudes would not only listen, but like I told somebody earlier today, I think I was talking to Logic, I said, you know, they would execute. Execution is a very, very underestimated part of somebody's arsenal. You know, a lot of people have plans, a lot of people have thoughts and they have ideas, but a plan or an idea without execution is just a thought. You know, you could think of things all day. What if every invention that we ever thought about or ever had was just thought of and never executed?
Well,
first of all, we wouldn't be sitting there doing what we're doing right now.
Nah, exactly.
This platform, right? This wouldn't be happening. There'd be a monopoly on this type of thing because you would have to be in a big studio, and I'd have to be in your studio with you, and you'd have to have some big deal for somebody to pay to have this whole thing done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, because somebody executed, we have the application that allows you to have your platform. You know, so we would talk to people about execution. So the Matrix was definitely a group that we dealt with that executed. One of the groups that Mello used to work with was a group called the Ghetto Orchestra. That Mello was very, very proud of the Ghetto Orchestra.
Yeah, these names is crazy too. Some dope names. Ghetto Orchestra, the Matrix, and shit.
Yeah, Mello. We didn't name the Matrix, but Mello definitely named the Ghetto Orchestra. You know what I mean? And I mean, he was very instrumental in everything. I mean, he flew them out to Cali, kept them out there for, I want to say 6 months to a year. It was a long time they was out there. Like they was out there for a while, and he was grooming them to be what he needed them to be. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't always work out the way you want it to work out. Some of the best situations will never get heard. You know?
Yeah, don't I know it?
You know?
You know.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah.
But you know, Mello he never let that deter him. You know? He always looked at a challenge to try to take something that people thought he couldn't do and make it what they think it couldn't be. You know? Like, I remember when we first started working on PD, a lot of people didn't get it. A lot of people didn't understand. Like, shit, our managers didn't get it. You know? They really didn't get it. And we was like, all right, cool, no problem. We don't really need y'all. We'll do it on our own. You know what I mean? And we did. You know? The only difference that I would say, I think the biggest influence that I had on that situation in one part is that I had gotten tired of going up to the labels and sitting there in front of an A&R and having the A&R looking out the window or playing with his computer or on the phone while I'm playing my music. I wasn't a fan of that. I got tired of that.
That was Jive, right?
That was it. Well, that had happened at Jive to me. Yeah, that happened to me at Jive. I'm not. This is not none of the people that helped us eventually get the deal with PD or the group that we was dealing with before that. There was another dude that was up there. I don't want to mention his name, but let's just let it be said that he's no longer in the music business. You know, and this is the dude who told me we took him Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See when it was first done. And he told me that it wasn't a good song. He told me, he's like, you sure that's going to be the first single? He's like, you sure? This is after him not even really listening to it. He's on the phone. He's doing all type of stuff. He's looking out the window. All crazy stuff is going on. And then I take it off. He said, yo, you sure that's going to be the first single? This is his exact words were, you sure that's not going to be the teaser that they play right in front of the video before the real song comes on?
Are you serious? Clown ass.
I shit you not.
Clown ass nigga.
So no, I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm not going to disrespect him. But
he disrespected himself.
In the immortal words of Kumo D, how you like me now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So I do remember this though. 2 weeks after the record started playing on the radio, I get a phone call from him talking about, oh, yo, I don't know what I was thinking that day. A lot of things were going on, blah, 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 this, that, and the third.
Bruh.
Like, no problem.
Bruh. Y'all had the clubs on lock for like 2 years straight. Come here. Come on.
It was that record in the Benjamins back to back.
You couldn't run from that shit, B. You couldn't run from it. Play that shit one time, man. Please.
Oh, you stupid.
Please. Same.
All right, good. We're gonna do it all day.
I'm good. I'm good. That's all right. I got it on my playlist on YouTube. That's one of my workout joints, so it's all good. I get it in regularly.
Like on some real shit. Like I see my man Gage is in here, right? Gage, his name is actually David Vera. That's the rap name. He goes by his real name now as a rapper.
Oh, word.
And, yeah.
Man.
But this is the thing. When Gage first came to me, because Gage is dope. Gage is dope. Gage he's heavy on the Christian scene.
Okay, all right.
He's heavy on the Christian scene now. But see, this is the thing. Like, and everything. What a lot of people don't realize, everything that I tell them in some way, shape, or form comes from the tutelage of Mello. Mm-hmm. So I executive produced Gage's first album. And I told Gage when he was doing the album, I said, Gage, listen, he'll tell you. I said, you don't curse in your records. You talk about Jesus. You talk about God. It's very, very spiritual. I said, this is gospel. This is Christian rap. I said, but you're acting like you want Hot 97 to play this, and they're not going to play this.
No.
So you need to call it what it is before somebody else.
Well, not yet, at least.
Right, not yet. But
you gotta go away, blow up, and
right. But see, even see, now watch this. Kanye had Jesus Walks, right? But Kanye couldn't just do a whole album full of Jesus Walks without people being like, okay, we don't want to hear that right now.
Yeah.
You know, and not that that's a bad thing to have that, because it's a good thing to have.
Well,
that.
it's a niche market. There is a huge market, but it's a gospel market.
Right. And the people that see it all boils down to advertising, right? Yeah. And the advertising people that's dealing with Hot 97 or Power 105, they're not paying for that. They're paying for something totally different. So you're not going to be able to get that type of play. So what Gage did was he turned around and he said, you know what? I got you. And he went and he found the exact zone that it had to be, and he attacked that zone, and he was winning awards, all type of stuff. Because
very successful.
Because he picked his zone. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times people do stuff and they wait for somebody else to tell them what it is. And by the time they tell you, if somebody tells you what your stuff is, now you stuck with what they gave you.
Right.
As opposed to, as like Mello will always say, you pick what you're gonna be so that you can be what you're gonna be.
Yeah, it's a very important to hone in to exactly who you are so you can project it. Because you know, as much as the art, all that, you're selling something. Selling in terms of people have to buy into whatever you're trying to give them.
All day.
So you got to be able to tap in and give them that, and know that there's people out there that want that. All
day.
Yeah.
Jackie said Mello was a genius. You're damn right he was a genius. You know, he was wrong sometimes too, though. Don't get it twisted. We all wrong sometimes, but you know, Mello had this thing where he would never admit when he was wrong, though. Unless you catch him good.
Yeah. Well, you know, just, you know, we brothers.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, beating that New York City pavement, shopping, taking meetings, going label to label, experience rejection, experiencing the changing of the times, the changing of the guard.
Mello was built for that. He was built for that. Now, the changing of the guard, that was a little something that me and my, okay, so when things started to change in the music business, like around, I'll say 99, 2000, when things started to go digital, that was a little bit of a hard transition for Mello to make, because he was so used to the analog system. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mello was so creative that he didn't want to waste his time on technology or learning technology because it took away from him being creative.
Mm.
So that was one of the reasons why we made such a good team, is because I would sit there and figure out all the newest shit, all the latest shit. Me and my partner Joe. So me, Mello, Joe Naughty, DR Period, Chucky Madness. Remember Chucky Madness?
That's right.
Spider-Man and Fran Lover.
Mm-hmm.
We formed a 7-man team called the Producers Coalition.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
All right. Now the Producers Coalition is that was something that was brought about because you talk about pounding the pavement and shopping and doing all of that stuff. That's a tough thing to do when you're out there on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a team of talented people and you're constantly coming with new music, it makes it that much easier.
Yeah.
And if one person in the team gets a hit, that keeps you relevant that much longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all on the same. Now watch this. Diddy had the Hitmen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them didn't have a hit all the time, but all that took was for one hitman to have a hit, and the hitman got a hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Branding. Take that name and brand it. This is attached to a success. People identify with success because it's attached to all the success. Yeah.
So we formulated the Producers Coalition of America. You know what I mean? And GR came up with the name Producers Coalition of America because he wanted it to sound big. Now, for those of you who don't know, DR Period is responsible for songs like Annie Up.
Annie Up.
How About Some Hardcore? Hey Ma, Cameron. You know, Spider's in here somewhere. I've seen him in there.
Yeah, Spider's in here.
Spider's responsible for Poison. I want, you know, I mean, the list of records goes on. Like, I mean, the people that we've worked with, it's a lot of people that we worked with, man. I mean, we did a song with Destiny's Child right after they had No, the original 4 girls. You know what I mean? Everybody was in the damn studio. Kelly, Beyonce, LaToya, Latavia, Matthew, Tina, and everybody. They moved like a unit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The whole crew was in the studio. Everybody. You know what I mean? Shit, we did a song with Andre Rison when he was when he had
him left eye. His house burned down.
But you know what the song was called?
Burning down the
house.
Yeah.
Burning down the house. Yeah. It was Andre Rison. It was Andre Rison and Foxy Brown.
Yep.
Called Burning Down the House.
Yo, rest in peace to Left Eye. Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Definitely.
Actually, I got a chance to meet her before she passed away. We hung out a few times. She taught me how to roll a blunt with an onion peel.
Wow.
She rolled weed. She's a roll weed with an onion peel. And she's like, yeah, yo, you smoking that bullshit here? Put you on some nature shit. I'm like, okay. That's the most natural
let me ask you this question though. Onion peel. That
she was dope. Nah, she got it right. You know, she had to get it.
It don't taste funny?
Nah, not really. It was kind of smooth.
It don't give you onion breath?
Onion breath is like eating a bag of Funyuns out this mother. That's how your munchies on the side. You get high, you got little munchies. Like that, get breath like onions. Yeah, Funyuns.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
I mean, so that.
No, I was just gonna say that time was crazy because, you know, character was like a central spot for like a second. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just
my man. Shout out to my man Nafis out there wherever he at. Wow, what happened? Oh, okay. How about this though? Shout out to my man Benny Boom.
Let's shout out to Benny Boom. No doubt. Shout out to Benny Boom is in the building. Now, yeah. See, you saw all that go down. See, it's a lot of people who don't really. There's that project Arm a Ghetto by Channel Live off of Flavor Unit 1999, 2000. You know, we had Mike City, we had Buddha and Shamello, Chucky Madness, and we had Poison Ivy as the production on the album. But although that album was kind of like, you know, not a lot of people know about it, was kind of slept on, right? It was like gave birth to a lot of shit.
Hell yeah.
Benny Boom as a video director, that was his first video that gave him, and that's how Carl and Mike City got together. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was the beginning of a lot of great relationships and the cementing of some old ones, because we had known you guys for a while. Yeah, that project was dope. You know, big shout out to Chucky Madness. I don't get to build my man Chucky enough. But Chucky just lost his moms too. Respect.
Yeah, so you know, salute to his moms. His moms. Just the crazy thing, his moms was born on Mother's Day and died on Mother's Day. Crazy.
Yo, man.
You know, so you know,
Chucky.
Shout to Chuck.
Man. Salute to him.
Condolences to the family.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, the older we get, Hot, the more this we're gonna have to deal with. You know, what I will do is I would implore all my people to actually take their health into consideration. Like, this is something that we don't talk about enough as a people.
Real.
Take your health into consideration. I got a consultation tomorrow for my colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've been running from it. I got to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
I need to get that done. I had a prostate exam done, which came back good, but I need to get to, you know, the whole.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it.
And oil, transmission.
I know you do a lot of like juicing and stuff like that.
Y'all be on it, B.
Oh, I know. I see you. You know what I mean? And that's good. You know, you got a good partner that condones that good stuff too.
Yeah,
that helps.
Yeah,
so very, very important.
Fruit every day. Fruit and leafy green vegetables as much as possible. You know, sometimes I slack off. You know, I be hitting too much of the carbs. I eat a lot of bullshit. I be getting dibbling and dabbling the cakes and the pies and the chips, and I binge out. You know, I be smoking this weed, you know, like cookies and shit like that. But I make sure I eat cabbage.
Yeah.
High fiber. You know what I mean? I get it about your system.
And now, mind you, like, you know, a couple of those pictures of Mello that was shown at the funeral. And as a matter of fact, I think the cover to his the cover to one of the obituary pieces was taken at my birthday party, my 50th birthday party. You know what I mean? And at that point, I probably weighed about maybe 50 pounds more than I do now. Like I was big, but I didn't realize how big I was. I wasn't really. I was just eating what I wanted.
I remember.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, being honest and truthful, right? I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I got you, Flavor. I'm a hype man right now. You're right.
But you got it together, because I remember me and Daruba, we hung out with you and Daruba that time.
Yes, sir. You see, his son is doing big things, though.
Oh, this dude is he's about to be next.
He's getting big. Mumu's getting big. Yeah, he's about to go D1 somewhere. Play. I think he's like he's a 3-star cornerback.
Yeah, he's like he's like the top safety in the state of Georgia. He's like one of the top defensive backs in the nation. Yeah. But big shout out to him.
Yes, sir.
But Yeah, so I saw you after that, and you look great. Nah.
Yeah, well, there's the thing, man. Like I'm a photographer now too. I do a lot of pictures. You know, I shoot all the time. You know, I got a company called Creative Arts USA, and I do a lot of shooting. And Mello was like really, really proud of me with that. Like I mean, like he was like I don't want to make it sound like the word cheerleader is a bad word, but it's not a bad word. He really rooted for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was really proud of the things that I was doing, and he would go to bat for me. Like I mean, like I love my dad, and my dad never went to bat for me the way Mello went to bat for me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, yeah.
Like I'm just being for real. Like Mello really, really was Team Buddha. You know, and
Nice.
It's like when I saw me taking pictures, I'm always behind the camera. So at my birthday party, which was a surprise party, which they actually booked me to take pictures at a party that turned out to be my party. So peak game, I got paid to go to my own party.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's dope.
when I my man Brian McDaniels, he's Ralph's brother.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. B Mac, he took pictures at my birthday party. Got a lot of pictures of me and Mello. A lot of pictures. Everybody was there. But B mastered the art of catching me from every angle, and I got a chance to see how fat I really fucking was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I started seeing things like rolls on my neck that I didn't even know existed. I was seeing all type of stuff.
It's gravy and gelatin and biscuits.
Yeah. It was looking like that. You know what I'm saying? So all of this that I'm saying is leading up to something, but I'm gonna get to it in a second. It's me seeing myself like that made me realize that that's not a good look for me. And I didn't look like I didn't recognize myself when I saw the pictures. You know, I didn't look like me. I looked like the dude that ate me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. Like it was crazy. I was big. I felt huge. You know what I mean? And I made a change. You know, and Mello would he always told me how proud he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, keep it up. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. Keep it up. And this last December that passed, I thought I had a heart attack. Yeah, I passed out, and what actually happened is I ended up hitting my chest on the bedpost. And when that happened, like I bruised or strained or sprained something in my chest. Damn. Which when I came to, felt like I was having a heart attack. I could hardly breathe. I could barely move. You know what I'm saying? Only the fear of the fact that I was having a heart attack is what made me get up. Because my partner LB that I talked about earlier in the very beginning of this, he passed away 2 years ago from a heart attack. So that me thinking I had a heart attack made me get up. So when I got up, you know, I ended up going to the hospital and all that, found out that there wasn't a heart attack, that I actually fell and hit my chest. Right. But watch this though. Had I been 50 pounds heavier like I was before, it would have killed me. You understand what I'm saying? Something that simple. The impact was that hard that it messed me up like it did. But had I been 50 pounds heavier, I would have died. Yeah. So I told Mello about this. So this is where I come to the whole thing. I told Mello about this, and he was very, very concerned. He was very, very worried, you know what I'm saying, about me. And I believe he was probably worried about himself as well. Because what we believe he died from was a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say for 100% fact that that's what it is, because I don't know for 100% fact that that's what it is. You know what I mean? I haven't spoken to anybody other than his sister or whatever, and I don't 100% know. I just know what we think it was. You know what I mean? But I believe he did have some underlying heart issues that we didn't know about. You know, and I don't mean to put this on a sad note or anything like that. I'm really saying this so that, you know, all my people, I see a lot of my people out here in the feed and whatnot, like men, women, children. We really gotta take care of ourselves. We gotta go to the doctor regularly. You know what I'm saying? We gotta eat better. We gotta do better, because we're not getting no younger. You know what I mean? And it's really a matter of time for all of us. The real question is, are you going to speed up your time by not taking care of yourself? Or are you going to live your time to its fullest? You know?
Also for folks out there, you know, try to stay away from stressful situations, stressful people.
Definitely.
Negative energy. We've been through a lot the last. Yeah, we've been through a lot. Yeah, stay away from stressful people, negative situations. We've been going through a lot for like the last 2 years. You know, COVID, all that. Really, the last 6 years with the idiot that was just out in office. Just that whole situation. And a lot of that still continues. But as much as possible, create the peaceful bubble you need to in your life.
Yeah.
So situations don't stress you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to my man Old School. I see you there for real, because I know Old School. I know what Mello meant to you. Let me tell you a little about Old School real quick.
Excuse me.
Old School, this cool. Old School is he's a great soul, talented brother, and Mello helped Old School get the dream job of his life, touring with Public Enemy.
Wow, yeah, it's a dream job right there. That shit is what?
You know? Touring with Public Enemy.
They don't
you know
get
what I mean?
Don't get that's one of the hip hop dream. Boom. What?
Yeah, man.
Gotta carry a bag, carrying bags and wires.
He wasn't carrying bags. He wasn't carrying wires. He was
selling
on stage
shirts
with a microphone.
Oh, come on, man.
He was on stage with a microphone.
Get out of here. Getting paid?
Old Skizzle, am I lying? Am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, put it in the feed that I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real with you. Mello had that impact on people. Listen, man, I'm telling you. Look, I was a dude who all I cared about was sports and playing ball and maybe chasing some pussy and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. And Mello changed my life. Mello changed Old School's life. Mello changed a lot of people's lives. There's a lot of people whose lives Mello has changed. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you.
Yeah, Shamello, or Buddha and Shamello actually, but Shamello's one of those brothers. You know, every so often he check in. Yo, what's up, brother Hawk? Yo, I'm just checking in, making sure you good. You good? How's the family? What you got going on? You know, if anything I can do to support you, know I'm here for you, brother. That's who Shamello, Buddha and Shamello are actually. Like that.
The craziest part, man, is the day before Mello died. I spoke to Mello three times that day, right? Hold on, excuse me, I'm saying. I spoke to him 3 times that day. Let me keep it together. I spoke to him 3 times. The first 2 times we was talking about how crazy this. No, he called me to tell me that Dinko was on his way to Atlanta. And we talked about that. I said, okay, hold on. We got off the phone. I said, I'm gonna call Dinko right now. And I called Dink. I'm like, yo, how you gonna be coming to Atlanta and you don't check in with the governor? You know what I mean? And Dink started laughing. He's like, how you know? He's like,
Buddha shakedown. Same thing happened to me.
He's like, that's right.
Don't you ever touch the ATL.
You cannot come down here without talking to me, kid. Don't play yourself like that.
Yeah.
So Dig started laughing, whatever. I don't think he knew how I knew. He just knew I knew. You know what I'm saying? So then I get off the phone with Dig. I called Mello back, and we was talking about a bunch of stuff. And then one of the last things he said to me, he was like, "Yo, it's about to change. It's about to be real different for us. It's about to be real different. Things are gonna get real different. This is it right here. It's about to be real different." And we got off the phone, and later on, like there's a group that he was working with that he asked me to help them out, to help them put out some records. And I was trying to get them on the phone so we could do a video conference. Mm-hmm. And I hit the video conference, and the only person that answered on the conference was Mello. So it's the same day. Spoke to him twice on the phone, and then now on video. And I actually was sitting right where I'm sitting right now on my computer, and I'm watching Mello. His face is right where your face is right now. And he was standing at his counter, and he was eating something, like in true Mello fashion. Nigga, sit down and eat. He's standing up eating. You know what I'm saying? Mello's the only person I know could sleep standing up. Only person. Sleep standing up. But anyway, and we talked, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to get these dudes on the phone, this, that, and third. Let me call you back. He's like, all right, cool. And that was the last time I spoke to him. Because I never called him back. But I got on the phone with those dudes, and we talked about what we had to talk about. And then the next day, the day he passed away, I did not know that he had passed away, but I had this shirt on. And not that I don't like this shirt. I like this shirt, but I don't wear this shirt all the time. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I had seen it the day that we spoke, the day before, and I said, nah, I ain't gonna put it on. And the next day, which is the day he passed away, I put it on, right? And then I was on my way because I do websites also. So I was doing a website for this dude, and the client just happened to be in Georgia. So I was getting ready to go pick him up to bring him here so we could work on the site. And on my way there, I heard Zone Coaster by Leaders of the New School. And in Zone Coaster, this is the day Mello died. In Zone Coaster, Charlie Brown says, turned around, it was a pit of me and Shamello. I never hear that song on the radio. Since that day to now, I've heard that song about maybe 4 times since that day on the radio. I never hear it on the radio, except for when it was first out. Now I don't hear it on the radio. Now I'm hearing it a lot. That same day, I was in the car with the dude that I picked up, and I was playing him a record that we did with Sticky Fingers. Hold on, where's it at? Let me pull it up real quick. A record that we did with Sticky Fingers called Ghetto. And on this record, it's actually the first record that P.D. Pablo was ever on. Wow. Before his album.
I think I remember this song.
Because Sticky was working on his album, and in the beginning of the record, Sticky Fingers, while he was recording, he said this. Oh, hold on. It's playing through my ear. Hold on a second. It's playing through my earpiece. I don't want it to play through my earpiece. Hold on. Yo, Iz, I'm gonna call you back. All right, I'm gonna call you back. All right. I'm sorry, Hot.
That's all good.
One second. I'm sorry. I got the record right here.
I'm so high right now, bro.
I can see it. I can see it in your eye.
It's all in my face.
I see it. I see it. It's all good though.
All over my face. You got me love dancing.
Okay, here you go.
If your head is as big as Shamello, if your bank is the check cash in place,
Yeah, man.
if you put on pantyhose instead of shaving your legs, if you use grease that you use over and over again, if you only go to church on Easter and holidays, then you ghetto.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing, Mello, like when he said that shit, we was, as a joke, I was like, nah, keep that shit on the record. Mello was so happy to keep that shit on because Mello didn't care. He loved shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He loved that shit. You know what I mean? And watch this though, from ghetto to greater. You feel me? You feel me?
That's
like,
it. The song was ghetto. Ghetto to greater.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Like
now, don't even think that it, you know, I missed the fact that you also worked on a project called Arm a Ghetto. But that's
Armageddon. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everything
360
is coming together. It's the cipher we talked about.
The cipher, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
But you know, it's June 7th, Shamello Day. You know.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been circulating on the internet that it's actually Shamello Week.
And as it should be. Well, on that note, I want you to talk about, you know, isn't it like a Shamello Boulevard gonna be in like Long Island or some shit?
Yeah, well, you know what's funny? It's funny you say that. We're actually in the process of trying to make that happen. I say we, but I'm not hands on with that because I'm down here. But I know my man Thomas Sapp is trying to make that happen. They're in cahoots working with the mayor of Hempstead, of the town of Hempstead, trying to make. I don't know if it's gonna be Boulevard, Road, Street, Avenue, Court. I don't know what it's gonna be, but the whole
should be
thing
like Shamello Highway, Shamello. You know what I mean? Shamello. They should build a bridge. It should be like some. You know what I mean?
The name of his publishing company was All Shemighty Music.
All Shemighty Music. See?
Oh yeah.
Yo, well, look, listen. Look at my face, bro. I look crazy right now.
You high, man.
No, I'm like looking at my eyes, like God dang, like
you Chinese.
Hakeem Wong out this motherfucker.
Yeah. Don't go outside. You're gonna get attacked with some.
Nah. No, first of all, you know, don't even go there. Peace and love to the Asian community.
Hey, you only saying that because you're looking like that and you don't want nobody to hurt you right now.
Yeah, well, you know, the Asiatic black man, that's all.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Oh man. But bro, man, it's been like, you know, it's really my pleasure, my honor to have you up on here and share Shamello's birthday. With us, man. It's you know, you thank me, and I you know, it's really me thanking you. Because you know, Shamello is a very special person to the hip hop community, you know, to the music industry. So many lives that he's touched, as you mentioned earlier, and you know, to be able to, you know, share in that energy. And
my man Logic just put up a link. Excuse me, I'm not to cut you off. He just put up a link in there for people to sign up a petition.
Boom.
Boom. There you go.
You know, so to be able to share in that brother's energy is special for us. You know what I mean? My brother Shamello is one of a kind.
And my man Wayne Mitchell, Sly, he's one of the original. Remember I tell you about the Miketeers?
The Miketeers, yep.
It was
Well,
Wayne, Aaron, and Mello.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was the Miketeers.
I watched the funeral. I saw the funeral, so I did see them. And Barry, I talked to Barry, and Barry mentioned again because he was they talked about the school newspaper back in high school, and he also talked about the Miketeers.
Yeah.
Yep. So definitely legends. Like this hip hop thing, it's more than selling records. You know what I mean? It's more than selling records. It really is a culture, and Shamello was the embodiment of the culture. That's what we love about him so much.
Yeah. See, the good thing that you just said is you change it from was to is because, like, yeah, his body's not here, but his essence will live on forever.
Yeah, that's right.
If we could all try to be a little bit more like him,
mm-hmm.
The world would be a better place.
And he left us a blueprint from ghetto to greater.
He definitely did.
From ghetto to greater. Show the people that shirt one more time, brother.
He definitely did.
And let them see the book. Let them see the book so they can see the blueprint. You know what I mean? That's that brother right there, Shamello, from ghetto to greater. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. He had a knowledge of the greatness within himself. He left us with that. That's a beautiful thing.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to New York Tees, Jackie. I know you out there with the New York Tees. If you want your T-shirts, that's a good place right there. She definitely get you right. Yeah. And the good thing about it is she quality, bro. Like she's very, very into her quality.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you if you could shout out some of the other important people in Shamello's life who helped the journey along the way.
Okay, well, first of all, we can't go without talking about his father, Donald Durant. His dad, him and his dad, they were, I think they were probably at the best place in their relationship at this stage. You know what I'm saying? Like they really, really understood each other, and because his dad was much like my dad. My dad didn't understand me dropping out of school to do this hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? That really wasn't part of his plan. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was kind of the same thing with Mello's dad. But I think that as a matter of fact, I know his dad understood what it was. After a while, he started to understand. So his dad definitely gets a shout out. His sister Danielle. Our sister Danielle, she's like I said, she was Mello's rock, like very, very important, very, very important to his everything. Like, kind of like my sister, we don't have to speak every single day to know that you're one of the most important people in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I know how Mello felt about his sister, and I can understand how he felt about his sister. Like if there was anybody that Mello would go to jail for, it's his sister. Anybody, you understand what I'm saying? And Mello ain't trying to go to jail, but if he had to go to jail for somebody, it'd be his sister. He got his niece and his nephew Prince and Paul and Paris. His aunt Lisa, his uncle Walt. Like he's got so many. His family's, man, you get me in trouble now because his family's huge. It's huge. Cousin Keith, Tracy, you got Lisa Joy, Lisa Ray. These are all friends and family. Let me see. Oh, Jackie definitely very important person in his life. And you can't forget KT. I know he definitely had a special place in his heart for Kimberly. You know what I'm saying? Christian, You know, Christian did that Mello when he was doing his TV, the because you know Mello did a lot of TV stuff too. Like we didn't even touch on none of that. Mello worked on Comic Book Man for I believe it was like 7 seasons if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Like that's big. He worked on the Real Housewives. He worked on Love and Hip Hop. You know, Mello's if you put reinvent into the dictionary, there'll be a picture of Mello next to it. He was the king of being able to reinvent himself.
The pivot.
You know, definitely Young West. Young West definitely, like I said, Young West is the executive producer of the book, the audio book. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if anybody knows how hard it is to put up with Mello while recording something, it's got to be Young West, because I know what it is. and if Young West sat there and worked through that whole book with him, kudos.
He
to
knows.
Yeah. Not that you're not going to get something good at the end, but
it's a process.
The process is going to drag you. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I'm going to tell you though is it's going to make you a better person.
Yeah.
Like because of Mello, I learned how to record 101 tracks of vocals on a 16-track recorder.
The hard way, huh?
because of Mello, I learned how to record 101 tracks of vocals on a 16-track recorder.
It's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Roland VS 1680.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I actually taught Mello how to use the 1680, and he went out and bought an 1880, and that's when he started doing the Chameleon Rebellion, because he had that was another group that he had, with Chameleon Rebellion.
I remember that.
They had my man Old School was part of that. My man SI Gage was part of that. My brother, rest in peace, Intelligence was part of that. You know, DJ Lexi. You know, there was I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. If I am, please forgive me. But there was a lot of people that were part of that.
Rebellion.
And Mello, he had a DVD for the Chameleon Rebellion.
It's a great name.
I mean, listen, man, Mello was innovative, man. He was innovative, and he was doing things that you will never hear somebody else do, because there will never be another Chameleon Rebellion.
No.
Right? And like I said in the beginning,
original.
I don't know another Shamello. Not one other Shamello do I know. I don't know not one. I've never heard anybody else call themselves. Look. I know a lot of Hakeems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Buddhas.
Yeah, but there's only one Hakeem.
I'm just telling you, I know a lot of Hakeems. I know a lot of Hakeems.
No doubt.
And I know a lot of Buddhas.
A lot of Buddhas.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
May Buddha bless.
I know a lot of people.
You know what?
One Shamello.
Yeah, only one Shamello. There's only one Shamello. Name wise, he's only person wise too. The brother's just, how can I say, always inspiring.
Well, let me just say one thing real quick. I can't mention certain people without mentioning what you call it, Nisa, Michelle, Lisa.
It's like a DMX record right now.
Yeah, they really do something. They really do something.
Sandra, Lisa, Karen, Sharon.
At least 3 Kims.
At least 3 Kims. 4 Rhondas, Shonda.
Yeah. Nah, but you know, I mean, you said people that meant something to him, or he meant something to.
Yeah.
Like I would be remiss if I did not mention those people. You know, I mean, the crazy thing is I didn't even mention our whole crew. Like, I mean, you got my man Malcolm, AJ, Gutter, Nigel, Quasi, LB. Like, I mean, our family was there's a lot of us that Maestro. Shit, how the fuck did I forget Maestro? It's crazy. Shout to my man MD. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
which Maestro are you talking about?
Not Maestro Manny, not the same Maestro. You think about Maestro Manny with Charles?
Yeah.
Nah. This Maestro would wrap circles around Maestro Manny.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
Hakeem, when I tell you this kid's nice, like he's remember when I tell you something?
Because you know Maestro Manny rap circles.
Listen, Hakeem,
Maestro
listen.
Man, right? Maestro Manny's nice.
Find him right now. Let's put some money on it. Find him right now. Let's put some money on it.
Let's put some money on it.
I'll put a stack on it.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. I'm dead. That's how serious I am. I'll put a stack on that.
Like that?
Like that.
Man.
Like that. Remember when I said some of the best people will never be heard? Mm-hmm. Hopefully he will get heard. Because, I mean, like when I tell you, I mean,
with the internet right now, it's gotta put it out. It's about to change because.
Well, this is the thing.
The pandemic is ending. Motherfuckers.
Without saying too much, I'm gonna say this. Without saying too much, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes we have to learn how to get out of our own way. Mm-hmm. And when we learn how to get out of our own way, the pathway to success opens up.
Yeah.
Talented dude, just got to get out of his own way. Wow. It's really that simple. I love him to death. I love all my boys, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, sometimes we got to get out of our own way.
Yeah, that's real.
You know? Oh, I forgot Face. I can't forget Face.
Salute.
And Big D. My bad.
Okay. You know, it's all good. Man. Gotta give it up. Gotta give it up to all the people in the Shamello cipher. You know what I mean? That's connected directly, indirectly. That
very, very important people.
Yeah, have been impacted by the brother. So salute to all of those folks. And once again, bro, man, thank you for coming on, man, and sharing Shamello's birthday with me, man. This is dope. We've been rocking for like damn near 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, 2:41.
2:41, yeah, man. So, you know.
Yeah. You promised me that we was gonna be able to go as long as we wanted. So I want to go for 5 more hours. No, I'm just playing. I'm good, man. I really do appreciate it though. It's therapy for me, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Man. You know what I mean? It's therapy. It's therapeutic. You know, this is a tough day for a lot of people because, you know, I spoke to Jackie earlier today, and I know she was having a hard time with today. You know what I mean? And I told her, I said, you know, I feel the same way, but the only thing is, I thank you, Hop, because we discussed. Oh yeah, I forgot Epitome. I'm sorry. Thank you, Wayne. We discussed doing this shortly after Mello passed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I've had the good thing about that is I've had all this time to think about it and come to grips with his birthday and all of that. You know, and I really appreciate you allowing me this. Like, it's very, very important for us, everybody on this list, everybody that I named, everybody that I didn't name. This is necessary. It's very therapeutic, you know, because at the end of the day, what we cannot forget is the family too, man. The family,
most important.
We might have lost a special person to us, but they lost a son, a brother, an uncle. You know what I'm saying? They lost something really, really special to them, you know, and no matter how much we feel or how bad it hurts us, I don't care who we are. If we're not blood, we need to realize that the family comes first. Yeah. Period, point blank. Before me, before anybody. The family comes first. You know what I mean? Anybody that has anything that they want to do in Mello's name or anything like that, please make sure you contact the family and go through the family. Do not make any moves on your own because you will get embarrassed. I promise you that. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I know you've been trying to get off.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah. Now you gotta put exclamation points on things sometimes.
Yeah. I gotta say it.
Yeah, put the period with the T on that one.
Yeah.
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 Well, once again, man, I thank you for being here and sharing this special day, allowing me to, dig in deep and really get to know the brother Daryl Shamello Durant. And thank you, Buddha. Appreciate you, bro. Yo, my name is Hakeem Green. It's Hakeem Green, channel live and direct, BDP all day, every day. All we do is spark MAD IZM. Today is Shamello's birthday. Salute. We out.